Elden Ring is a game steeped with lore. Story details are everywhere, from traditional cutscenes, environmental details, conversations with NPCs, and, yes, the FromSoft classic, even buried within item descriptions. But Elden Ring Nightreign is a very different type of FromSoft game. It's an online-driven co-op PvE game with roguelite elements. That makes it a bit difficult to deliver the usual kind of FromSoft narrative. So, how is the story in Nightreign conveyed? Well, let's talk a little bit about Remembrances. So, to start, let's break down what the story of Nightreign even is. And who better to break that down than game director Junya Ishizaki. Nightreign shares essentially the base setting and the world of Elden Ring, but it's played out on a different stage, so to speak. So there's this concept called the Night Lord, which is a sort of abstract phenomenon or calamity that has befallen the lands between in this alternate timeline, and much like a real-life calamity, it's something that's not done by design or intention. It's just something that has occurred naturally, and it's befallen the lands between, and it needed some sort of opposition. It needs something to oppose it, and that opposition comes in the form of the Nightfarers, who are these warriors who are entrusted with the fate of opposing and defeating the Night Lord and putting a stop to this terrible calamity. And that's the setup that brings together our 8 different character classes who are gathered from all across Elden Ring's world. Nightreign's story is more about filling in the details of who these 8 characters are, and what was their past before having this responsibility thrust upon them to defeat the Night Lords. And to learn that, we have the Remembrances. One of the stops that the player can make in the roundtable hold in between matches of Nightreign is a journal where you can view your character's remembrances. Some of these are just journal entries that reveal a little bit of information about that character's backstory. However, some of them are playable snippets of a moment from the character's past. When you launch into a playable remembrance, there will be a hazy dreamlike border around the screen, and you will be transported to the location of the memory. After talking with an NPC within a remembrance, you'll gain a personal objective. These will differ from character to character and remembrance to remembrance. For some, like the Iron Eye for example, your personal objective might be to launch into a match, travel to a specific marked location, and then defeat a mini-boss that will only appear there if the remembrance objective is active. Once you do, you'll gain an item that you can bring to the flashback, and then you'll be able to move forward in the next chapter of that character's story. As mentioned before, the objectives themselves vary between classes and remembrances. Wilder, for instance, instead of having to fight a boss, might have to find a specific item located in a cavern, which is a location that you might not generally go to due to the risk of being stuck in there when the ring starts to close in. Then there's the Raider, who has a completely different style of remembrance. He gets transported away from the roundtable hold and must participate in gladiatorial-like one-on-one battles against a variety of bosses. It's an interesting and very unique departure when it comes to storytelling for a FromSoft game. I personally have only gotten a small taste of these individual character storylines, but what I've seen and played through so far has me eager to see more once I get my hands on the full game. For more exclusive Elden Ring Nightreign coverage, don't miss our boss reveal video, as well as our hands-on videos with the Iron Eye and Raider classes. And for everything else in the world of video games, keep it here on IGN.